we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MVs, for the start of our map 1 here of this Valpo Varsity Valorant versus Indiana State MVC. I'm your host, Diadem, and obviously, I'm here with no co-host today. For a little bit, we are going to be solo casting. We do have another caster coming to the booth soon, but obviously, school happens, time happens. But besides the fact, we're just going to be rolling in solo as we take a look at our maps today, actually. And, it's a solo cast. Makes sense that I didn't update it. Give me one moment. And there we are. Hey, we're going over to Bind for our very first map. We know that this Valpo team has been playing it before. And obviously, taking a look at the roster we have for today, we're going to be playing with Ghost Voices, Moto, Gamer Films, Ninja Panda, and Phoenix. So, a little bit of a different roster that we've seen. But this is the final MVC match of the season. And, this Valorant team has been playing extremely well. I feel like they definitely have surprised a lot of people, obviously ending with the best season record of their whole career, excuse me. Not just the career, but the time here at Valpo. They finished with the best season record ever. And then also making it into playoffs as well for, I'm pretty sure, actually, I just know they're in playoffs in one of their leagues. I apologize. But either way, we are moving forward with it, right? Going on the bind. Valpo going to be defending first, which is always usually, I feel like, a solid match. I feel like Valpo usually does a pretty good job when it comes to being able to play against a lot of these teams on defense. I feel like setting the tone, setting the pace has always been kind of a positive thing for them, at least moving forward. So we're going to have to see how they want to play this. But yeah, I mean, we're slowly moving into it here. I just got to double check my thing here, and we're gonna be, we're bouncing straight into it. So you're gonna see Ninja Panda on stage, Moto playing Breach. We have Sky as well for Phoenix, Ghost Voices on the Brimstone, and then Egg on the Waylay. So obviously going one duelist. Usually we see Valpo play a lot of two duelists, but I think honestly this is a good change, especially with the roster switch ups. A lot of these players, we don't have that many duelist players outside of Egg, who obviously, we talk about being our flex player, being our character who can really support the team. So hopefully going to be able to come out with that, as he's going to immediately peek the side and then get sky flashed. There is going to be 3 coming down long and 2 coming up short here as well as they enter up. Sage going to be able to wall that off though, and it is going to force Valpo back at least a little bit. Still going to peek this though. It might be a little bit dangerous. Ninja Panda in a tough spot around this corner. Indiana State looking to just walk up instantly. Yeah, Chamber looks for the peak, not going to be able to find it. Swings around far right. Really nice swing by Ninja Panda there. ISO Ghost going to be able to trade on the backside as well. Phoenix getting killed, but Ninja Panda still in a great spot here. Oh my goodness, another great swing, and that's actually going to win out that corner there. And now ISU's in a rough spot. Valpo, just swings it 2 at the same time. I mean, they were already entered on the point, so it's a little bit rough, and that's immediately going to be first round. ISU going up 3, but Ninja Panda holding off with the double kill over middle gives me a little bit of hope about holding that off. I feel like that's the start that you're looking for, quite frankly. But man, it is interesting. Usually, obviously, I have Geosaurus in the booth here with me. He is usually my Counter-Strike Valorant guru. We trade places when it comes to Overwatch and Valorant. He knows all the stuff about Valorant. I like bouncing it off to him. I know all the stuff about Overwatch. He bounces it off to me. But this time, you're going to be getting my raw commentary, because now they're going to be pushing up going to be coming through mid here, actually. Egg is just going to creep right back through showers. Ninja Panda looking for some kind of peek over the top here with the Sage wall. Gonna have to double check. Yep, there it is. You do spot the Neon coming in, and instantly shotgunned by Egg in the corner. Actually going to be huge for holding down this corner. Excuse me, he's going to walk up here. You still have Chamber Peek on the site. You have Sage taking a couple of shots. Almost going to be able to finish off one. Does get flash. Going to have to hold off into the corner. X still looking for the rotate. You're going to have Brimstone as well peeking back around. Ninja Panda still in a pretty good spot here to peek this, but they do see it. And now Waylay peeks it back again. Going to die. Going to be a bit rough part. Oh, it's Bind Abyss Pearl. Okay, thank you, Geo. Thank you, Geo. I will flip that up now. I didn't know that Valorant actually predetermines the match. Overwatch usually drafts the match in between, but I guess MVC Valorant predetermines the match, which is really cool. NECC playoffs, got it. So to confirm from earlier, it was the NECC playoffs, but we're gonna have Brimstone peek right there. You're not gonna be able to find it, and then Slow Down is going to cover this right. The Astro Stars are just so hard to peek through. Excuse me. Phoenix looking for one kind of flash. Ninja Panda actually going to be able to pick up the first one here. Grabs himself a stinger, and now he's going to peek around the corner. You do have Chamber peeking from Hookah with a beacon as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit rough. The health that you're sitting at, it's just not pretty. And then Zunkanator for ISU picking off that last kill. ISU going up 2-0 in this series right now. Playing pretty scrappy, I feel like. It's not as clean of an entry. Valpo usually picking off 1 or 2, but it's just so those kind of trades that you take, right? It was a good rotation for ISU being able to switch it up, especially after Valpo had Ninja Panda's setup on A. I feel like the hardest part about having a Sage setup, especially in the corner that's so tall like that, is it's such a heavy point committal that on Bind, especially when point rotations are like the name of the game, it's really rough to deal with, you know, them just taking middle teleporter, especially if you don't have shower prio. So definitely just a map rotation thing, just a flowing thing. As you can see, Egg takes the TP through this wall here, avoiding the push down long. But Ghost Voice is going to be trying to sit in this corner. Obviously, you have the Neon in the smoke. Doesn't know that, but it is a great molly right there. It's probably going to force Neon back a little bit. Yeah, Neon bounces right out of there. Only takes a little bit of damage. You do have another smoke back up, but Waylay instantly dashes in straight into the face of, straight into the face of a lot of their team here. Just trying to bounce out, but yeah, it's gonna peek it again. There's the dog. They're gonna probably swing as 2 here after the Sky Flash, so you have to be careful. Ooh, takes a really aggressive spot. I like it, Egg. It doesn't get the second spray transfer there, but I really like walking up underneath it as Moto clears off the second one, and now Valpo has turned this into a completely even fight and almost gets another trade right there. Moto wins the shot, looking for the flash out the wall, probably just waiting for the Astra Star to bounce. You do have 2 set up here, but you have the full rotation. A nice swing around by Moto. That's going to be 3 for him, looking for the 4th one. You have the peek on the corner. You have the shot. All you got to do is swing it. Yep, there's the hit. There's the wall bang from Ninja Panda, and a really nice defense there coming from Valpo, winning themselves the first round of this map. Really exciting, and quite frankly, I'm gonna sprint over and grab a water really quick. There's gonna be a lot of talking, I'll tell you that right now. There's gonna be a lot of talking because there is a lot happening right now. Obviously, you know, being the last season, being a lot of roster switch ups through the whole year, I feel like Valpo Valorant team has been fighting an uphill battle since they started playing. But you know, that's not a disrespect to the players. That's more so to commend them, because they've been dealing with a lot of stuff behind the scenes and still pulling out with a winning season, right? Still pulling out with a competitive team. And I think that that's very heavily, due in fact to the dedication all these players are showing. And now Fade gonna jump around the corner. You do have the Skywall coming in long B. It is going to be able to catch Moto, but Ninja Panda with a really nice angle right here. He's just keeping him guessing with all these walls and immediately gonna jump through the side. Although he does get hit by the tracker, he might be able to get through this. Now you're sitting in the corner here. I mean, Zunkanator still holding off this angle, right? They're kind of playing long peaks, and we are gonna welcome my co-caster to the booth here really quick on a rushed thing. You'd like to introduce yourself here?
Hello, I'm Mary J. Class went a little long, but we're still here. Gotta worry about Valpo though. Going into a 2v3. Indiana State seems to be rotating here to A, but Valpo seems to call it, so that's good.
Yeah, Valpo has been dealing with rotations. ISU kind of likes to rotate a lot of these times. They had a successful one, especially earlier, but you're gonna see Ninja Panda and Moto have been on fire recently. And especially in these contests that they take on these very long peaks. There hasn't been really too much speed going on, but you're gonna see 1 to 3. But Ninja Panda and Moto and Egg as well. Egg just usually taking those 1-for-1 trades a lot of these rounds, just to catch you up to speed here. Yeah. ISU definitely, giving them a run for their money.
But we do have 2 ults coming up for Valpo, 1 coming up for ISU right here. So Chamber ult is going to be a little bit interesting, especially might see them peek A, I would assume, since long range. Since B is a little hard, you're not going to see Valpo try and peek that angle on B, I don't think.
Yeah. We've seen Valpo get a lot of peaks, a lot of picks off of this middle right here. They've been putting up a lot of Sage walls. They've been really playing close angles with Sage here, trying to just peek that, but they're gonna walk up mid here. Chamber being the first peek, and then just having the lineup right there with the head tap. There's the flash from Phoenix, being able to get one, so you do have the tag. You have the voice line knowing that they're there. A nice shot right there is going to actually finish it off. So ISU is evenly trading here, but they are going to enter onto point. The flash going in, and Ghost is just going to slide right through, be able to pick off that first kill. And now all that's left is Ghost Voices with the classic, stopping off the spike plant right there, just catching them a little bit by surprise. Yeah, forcing both of ISU to walk back, but that's enough of a delay here that even though you are at a numbers disadvantage, you have a good shot at contesting.
Spike planted.
Ninja Panda able to get off a few shots here.
standing.
Unfortunately, Moto goes down. Ninja Panda is the only one, and Spike is planted. They are aware of his hero location, but the Neon guessed wrong. So it'll be a 1v2 here. Not impossible.
Yeah, I mean you are at a high disadvantage. You do have res, but I don't think you have a target really to res at this point coming from the
Not
corner
necessarily.
here. So I think you're just gonna have to play this raw, but instantly right there, gets caught with the ability out and not gonna shoot back. And ISU going up 4-1. You're gonna see that was a save round. So.
Yeah, it was a save round, which is good. Valpo's gonna have the money to purchase full loadout right here. ISU has a few people. Has one? No, not one person. They're both spying for another. I thought maybe one might not have full loadout, so we'll see. This might be the same chamber ult though, because I can see they're going A, and that's the main aisle that I feel like a chamber will get much use of.
Yeah, they're immediately popping the door right there, and they walk straight through. The dog catches them in the corner. Spot, yeah, Sky just immediately spins it right through. We're gonna see if Valpo can hold off a little bit. You are kind of cut off with the Astra Star. It's a really tough angle to peek, but you see Neon with the ult out actually gets popped right here and has to pull the ult away, but you're gonna shut it down with Ninja Panda. 2 taps right there, and the other 2 on point. The Sky Flash is going to hit, but Valpo has enough time. Ninja Panda held off so that they could rotate here. Oh, you spot in the corner as well now. Ninja Panda look for the 3rd shot. Both missing right there, so, I mean, working out in your favor. Ghost Voice is still around the corner. You're going to have to cover it for the Sky. Gets the first swing, actually, and enters it. But Valpo losing out on the rest of those trades around the corner. But now, swinging back, yeah, they do spot right here. It's going to be 2 for 1. Phoenix just trying to get anything.
Unfortunate there, but those were some nice picks from, I think it was Ghost Voices? No. Yes, it was.
It was Ninja Panda.
Ninja Panda, that's who it was. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, no, it was what's it called? You had Ghost Voices come around in showers and get that nice pick away from the Sky, which was huge. But Valpo just on the rotation, not being able to capitalize on those early trades as they entered in, which usually is the best case scenario. That's like exactly what you want to do as Valpo, which is they're going to enter onto site usually one way or another. That's just how util works in this game. But you can take them off the site. Like you can at least pick them off thin the numbers a little bit, so that retake is less hard.
Gonna be seeing an outlaw using it to snipe. Valpo already got the smokes up, so gonna be covering for those angles. But Egg is currently incredibly low right here, so not the best spot to be in. Taking a little bit of a slow turn, not gonna choose to rotate.
Spike down B.
It's gonna be 1 down for ISU. That's 2 down for ISU. Valpo up 2. Going to be looking for it. They have Spike.
This is very winnable for Valpo. I don't think he spotted Spike. I mean, realistically, you can hold this corner way easier than a lot of other corners in this game. It's really just all about nice kill.
Shot. Yeah, Valpo's in a great spot here, especially if they can hold on to people. Unfortunately, Ghost is getting picked off, but Egg's able to get out before being picked off. Valpo has just a lot of control.
30 seconds left.
Cuss right there from Astra is going to be a little bit big. A ton of healing coming from the Sky. So the util is just going to be ginormous as Chamber tries to enter this into the 2. They're going to have to be able to choose one. Yeah, they spot one, but they see the second one. Egg not going to be able to pick anything. Moto swings it, but Egg wasn't really ready for that. And now they have to swing again, but Egg, really nice wiggle right there.
Yes, that's a huge round for Valpo right there. 3 people surviving that round and getting the point. Valpo might be able to turn this around. Obviously, ISU's econ is still in pretty good shape right now, though. They're still probably able to get mostly, if not complete, full. So.
Yeah. You did win against all odds against that last round, but it is rough that you couldn't pick up a gun for Phoenix, right? Like that was especially after Phoenix getting a couple of picks there. but it happens, right? Obviously, you know, it's never gonna be a perfect trade.
You want to play? Let's play.
Them, Chamber's gonna be peeking A like I expected, but they're gonna be using it more as a bait, I guess. Instead,
Launching smoke.
focusing on
It's
going
good
B. So is a nice smoke right there, and Chamber just gonna be covering a long angle, expecting maybe a flank from behind. Sage is probably going to
I've
peek
got your
into
trail.
Sage ult. So it is gonna give some information there.
Yeah, you should know that they were B long at this point now, especially with the wall off around mid. It's really nice that you can just focus. I like this because Valpo had been picking this Sage pick. They weren't really utilizing the wall as best they could, whether it was just map or team coordination. But it feels like this game, Sage's wall has a lot more presence around the map as they're forcing them to enter through it. They're forcing ISU to break it through. Now with the rotation reveal, yeah, you just take it. Brimstone ult is going to be popped for Valpo, but I feel like it's just going to scatter them a little bit. It's not going to be able to catch it. Now Valpo has to try and keep it. Ooh, there's the breach ult. Oh, it doesn't interrupt the spike plant though. Voice is actually pop there and they're going to be able to go around the corner. Where they're still looking, they're not going to be able to find it, and they just all swing Zuckinator, hitting 3 from a different side. He did knock out the chamber ult.
Yep, Chamber ult is knocked out. Ult economy is pretty equal right now. This guy just was able to get a lot of kills even when being swung on right there.
Yeah, the Sky definitely, I feel like a bit of an impressive swing because Sky shot 3 people from 3 different angles without the chamber tagging any of them. So
That's one of the few things I don't understand about Valor players. They're just able to click their mouse very quickly.
yeah, it's a whole different thing. Like when you go from Valorant to Overwatch, the focus goes from movement to like mouse flicking or being able to rotate. Those voices trying to hold showers with the classic, obviously. You know, not
Budget
really.
round.
Yeah, not really anything you can do there. You just gotta try and make something work. As you're gonna have to plant right here. The blind out from Breach is going to hit, but it's not gonna be able to convert into anything. As you're still playing a nice shot from Phoenix. Though Phoenix has been making it work with the Marshall.
Marshall is able to do a fair amount, but you gotta be accurate with it. There's only one place that will take out a full armored target.
Hawk out.
So,
Got him.
nice.
Little sneak around the corner from Egg and Ninja Panda right there. Egg being able to finish off that kill, and they are making a save round work as best they can because being able to pick off 2 at least kills a little bit of the economy. Doesn't allow them to snowball as hard.
Yep, it still protects that snowball, and it could be looking at a 9-3 going into Valpo at least. But there is still a few more rounds for them to look at. I believe 3 more rounds.
That's a good spot.
I mean, Valpo could just snowball this next round. We don't know.
Yeah, but honestly, it's all up. It just needs, you just need 1 round, right?
One good round in Valor can really turn the entire game around, to be honest. We are gonna see ISU going to be peeking long on A right here. Chamber is gonna be going around into towers as well. Just taking a bit of an off angle, but we do see this nice wall idea from Sage right here, going to be getting a different angle, something they haven't expected yet. Unfortunately, Moto is going to go down. That is going to be spike on the ground, but not going to be at the best
Smoke's
spot.
down.
Going to get smokes down.
Right here.
I'll look for it.
Spike planted.
Still playable,
You are divided.
right? You just have to care around this corner. I'm wondering how Valpo wants to break this because now that the Astra wall's up, you are literally peeking. That is the one issue, but oh, you do have the Sky ult. The Sky ult's instantly gonna hit. Yeah, so you see it. Oh, you rushed a little bit too far there. Instantly gonna get picked off. You do see the Chamber now in the corner. Chamber gonna have to change his rotation again. The Astra wall does drop, and
Last player standing.
One down.
The Astra stars here in the corner. There's the peak fade. He's not ready for it. Got caught out with the abilities again.
Unfortunate. But just guys, like, Valpo has been going fairly even on these. It typically is typically only 2 or 3 people left at the end. So they're at least going even. It's not like they're all going down and like one's left against 5, you know? So it is at least keeping somewhat of the even somewhat. It's not great, but it's
Yeah.
better than what could be happening.
It's rough because usually you see a 2 to 8 out of Valpo, and a lot of the time it is like a slaughter. Like it does not look good. But these rounds are coming down to the last like 2 people, last 3 goals. It's just those 1 or 2 positioning changes as Ghost Voice is just trying to figure out what's happening on his screen. And he gets hit with like 3 different types of util at the same time as they be instantly gonna get on point. And I think ISU has kind of figured out the cheat code now to be able to deal with Valpo, which is you just have to rush this point. Their hold here is not as strong as they would like. But Egg getting the first pick, and then Moto turning around, so it's gonna be 3v3 on the retake. You have one in the corner, you're not gonna be able to find it. All that's left is Moto here as Phoenix gets kicked off, and Moto just doesn't get the shot there. It is gonna be 2 to 9. Valpo again taking out 2, but just not being able to finish the job.
Yep, but I mean, this is the last part of the half right here. If Valpo could can turn this down, especially since Valo is such a snowball heavy map, like you mentioned. So a few good rounds or so, like, completely changes the round, especially on attack. So you can see that. I mean, having Sage as your only sentinel isn't really the greatest, because her only util is wall. It's like wall and stun.
Yep.
They don't do as much.
It's not. Oh, being able to shut down the Neon ult actually early is really huge, and a nice flash, but just peeks before the gun is out and not going to be able to win that fight. You have Ninja Panda holding in this corner again. Does get the pop up there and at least trades with 1, but Moto on the retake here picks up the Vandal, sees Astra in the background lurking, not going to be able to find it. There's the plant, and then a nice shimmy from Zunk right there that is going to finish off Apple, going 2 to 10 here. But like you're saying, I agree. It is rough. It's like, it's nice to see that the Sage has a lot of presence, but when you are running solo Sentinel, Sage's util just really isn't enough right now in the like modern state of competitive Valorant. Like it's just rough to play against a lot of the other chambers, or not chambers, but a lot of the other Sentinels.
Yeah. Obviously we are seeing a bit of a similar matchup between the chamber and the Sage right here. They do have similar, like only having 1 ability. This isn't like KJ or Cypher, where you can see multiple different like information gathering like util. Chamber only has 1 and Sage only has 1 too. So they're kind of more slowing down just by their presence. But at least it's even there. But we will see in this area. We're gonna see the dog coming out, but Chief is away just in time.
Nice cash in right there from Egg, but Egg not gonna be able to find the shot. Now Phoenix at least gonna be able to trade out 1. Ninja Panda gets the second one now as they're trying to enter up here. Gonna get the plant down. You have Ghost in the top, but he's hiding in the Astra Star right now. Valpo knows he's there, but they just can't get the peek out, and he is going to win out that first. Wins out the second one, and all that's left is Ninja Panda in at Showers here. As yeah, the sprinter out from Neon here. Trying to look for the 3K, you're not going to be able to find it. They're just sticking the defuse.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just it's just gone. At least the Ninja Panda had fun with the peak, I guess.
I mean, you gotta have fun in these games.
Yeah.
This will be going into next round. Unfortunately, this does leave ISU Avon in a lot better space than Valpo's right here. But they do still have the comeback round, hopefully after, which is more of a bonus round for ISU, just because Valpo's gonna force usually better guns at this point, correctly. Hopefully it evens out a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I see it. Egg first does pop the util, and then both of them. I mean, 2 peeking, 2 dead there for Valpo. Now they're just forced to enter through hookah, but they're already at such a numbers disadvantage. These guys send it. They're expecting a rotate here actually, because they're still sitting 3 on point. But Valpo is just not ready to rotate yet.
Chamber's going back. Chamber was about to rotate back to B, but decides to stay onto A. Might be calling the rotate. No. The Sage wall is going to prevent them really from rotating.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, Moto can't get out. They don't know the Sage wall is there though. Like ISU doesn't know that. If they did know it, I feel like they'd instantly be taking space around the other side. But
yeah,
They sage walled themselves off. Yeah. You know what?
It
Good for you
happens.
guys.
It
Good for you
happens.
guys. Yeah. I get it. I get it.
ISU's using the
30
take
seconds
both
left.
sides. Just
Last player
unfortunately,
standing.
just gets caught out right
Spike
there.
down
That's
B.
another one caught out. Just not expecting it.
Yeah, our timings are just a little bit off here. Peeking a
Match
lot
point.
with our abilities out, peeking a lot with weapons out.
Mhm.
Or, excuse me, not with weapons out. Either way.
Yeah, but this is like only the first round too, so Valpo does have another round after this, which is completely fresh slate, different characters, different plans, different map, everything. So even though this is match point.
And I didn't know this. They pick their maps
Yeah,
like,
they do. It's so
pre-match.
weird.
That's interesting.
Like no other game does that. It's just
Yeah.
Valor.
Yeah. I
Oh,
wonder what the like tactical advantage is to that, but there's the flash coming out and immediately to rotate out of neon. Who do you think you are? It just peeks out. Does actually work, I guess, because they did at least trade 1-for-1 off that.
yeah, and Valpo lost another during that that fight.
I mean, there was just one at mid. It's rough. Moto at least gonna be able to pick up orb there for the ult. Coming up on 3, but quite frankly, it's match point. You gotta send it somehow.
I didn't know you were up there.
Yeah, the wall wasn't close enough in, so that they definitely just saw it form. The Astro Star pops up as well, gonna be able to hold that down, make it a little bit rough to run through.
Yep, definitely creating a somewhat of a one-way there. They'll definitely see you. Going to have the Skybird, so they know they're still there. Unfortunately, not getting that hit for ISU.
Oh.
They are low.
Last
Spike
player
carrier is
standing.
down.
Unfortunately, just not
Spike
gonna be able
down
to.
A.
It's gonna be a 1v4.
Poor cat. Blinded.
I mean, I saw Zonk right there flick that to stop. Oh my goodness, Phoenix with 2.
Fair
But
enough. I mean, good
Defenders
showing
win.
there too.
yeah, no, you gotta go out with a fight at least, right?
Yeah,
but
at
that is going to
least.
be that is going to be map 1 from Valpo, going over to ISU 13-2. I think, quite frankly, from what we saw, it was strong out of Ninja Panda, but Valpo was just losing to tempo.
Yeah.
A lot of the times they were already playing the retake before they had a lot of their util on point. And at that point, ISU was so set up on angles that you're practically, attacking yourself with a mainly defensive comp, right? You don't have
Yeah.
many like duelists, and when you're playing retake like that, it's really frustrating to do. So obviously, outside of ISU performing well, but out of those rounds, was there anything you wanted to point out?
Not really. Valpo just was struggling to get their footing down, and that's just the main thing. Sometimes it doesn't happen right away in every game. So hopefully this next game will be a bit of a turnaround, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, and we are going to take a slight break here in the booth, and we will catch you guys at the start of map 2, which is going to be Abyss. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our Valpo Varsity Valorant here. And I don't know, the scoreboard is wrong. Valpo did not win that 12-2. I can swap it out a little bit really quick. I apologize. It was actually Valpo lost it 12-2. If you want to take over here while I'm fixing up our maps. There we go.
But we still, while Valpo did lose it, we should hopefully see a bit of change here, because we are seeing Egg on their normal role. Normally they were taking on Smokes, I believe, like last time I was aware of. So we're seeing a little bit more of an offense-heavy team from Valpo here. We got like Sky, 2 duelists, 1 initiator, or 2 initiators, no sentinels. My mistake. And just Smokes for defense. Very interesting pick here. We do see 2 people for defense on ISU's side. We got Vice as a sentinel, and then Astra for Smokes, and then 2 initiators, 1 duelist. So very interesting comp from Valpo here, I think.
I really like Valpo's switch up going into this map. I think a big criticism we had last time was, ISU was just pushing on the point way too fast, which causes you to retake, which if that's how a team is playing, you don't always have to just hard shut them down as they push in, but you need a team comp that's going to actually support you, going for a retake, going for the map. So, Valpo, being able to swap it up, make it a little bit more of an aggressive comp like you talked about, immediately going to boost in Japan, and now on the way late instead of Egg. We're gonna see.
Nice.
A crazy spray through the smoke right there is gonna actually win them one and give them a little bit of an advantage here as they pick around. Egg with another picking. Phoenix able to finish that one off as well.
1 enemy.
Yeah,
nice.
around the corner.
Valpo going to be in the lead, 1v3 here, but this is, I believe, their Ascendant player from ISU. Though they are low health, it is a very risky fight, but that Moto's gonna take that first round for Valpo.
Valpo starting off strong right here, instantly just entering in and getting active. I like it.
I mean, good thing. Just gotta try and take that lead strong, quickly. 3 people surviving that round, though. Typically, I believe it's better to die on the buy round, or the first round. I don't know. I was told it by somebody, like, once, and then never thought to think about it again.
That sounds like the whole Overwatch attacker's advantage thing. That's what the energy that gives me.
Yes, very much.
It feels the same vibe where it's like, I don't think it's actually true, but if you want to believe it, like, sure.
We are seeing ISU try to load up onto A right here. Valpo, only 1 person on B being their Vice. ISU did already lose their Neon right here. So, gonna be a little bit rough here. Valpo's going to be backing off a bit, going to mid instead. Vice is still sitting on B. I think Vice has got an idea of what they're planning on doing. Not sure though if Egg saw it. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Ninja Panda is gonna fall, but they are very low right here. So
They're gonna walk around
that is
low.
a huge pick from Valpo right there.
Oh, almost got a flick off. Not gonna be able to find it though. A little too close.
Unfortunate, but that is too low for ISU. With Sky's healing, they're able to be a little bit better.
One
Rough
enemy
idea.
remaining.
That's just one. Now it's 1v3. Nice. That's taking it back, going very aggressive here, and I kind of like it. I feel like in Valo, people are so not ready for like that Overwatch energy, like just going in very quickly and just taking a side, taking control.
Yeah.
They're never usually ready for it. A lot of the time, you expect more.
I like this. I mean, coming off of coming off of a pretty steep loss as well from the last map. The last thing you expect is this team to, come out all cylinders firing. So I really enjoy it. I think this is definitely the angle they should be taken at, and I think this is the way they get back in. You're gonna see Vi's full holding down B, right, with all util. So kind of leaves up the rest of the map to be played out by ISU.
We are seeing two mid. Going to hear a few shots firing, I think, from mid right there. Jet's going to be able to. Unfortunately, Lele is going to go down, but they are going to get a trade. Both duelists are down, but Valpo does have one duelist left. Valpo slowly going into B, still pushing for that rotate. Nobody's really ready for it yet. Unfortunately, Vice is going to get Vice is going to get the kill right there. Gotta just go around roughly.
Oh, they both are there. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
That was scaring me a little bit. And Zunkia getting the tap right there.
Down B.
They are able to get
last
down
player
the
standing.
strongest player, but that is going to be a 1v1 situation. Ghost Voice is
30
in a rough
seconds left.
situation. They know where he is.
One enemy
That is one
remaining.
down.
Those voices just need to get around the corner here. Oh. It was a rough angle. I don't know if you could gotten any more damage out of that, honestly, but crazy with the peak right there. Those voices with a 4K to clutch out this round and keep Valpo 3 up.
That was huge. That was so. The Sova should have just like ran away, like tried to hide, but he decided to go for the peak, and that cost them. Ghost Voice is able to get that kill, and Valpo's 3-0, winning their bonus round, which is gonna put ISU's economy in a pretty rough place.
Yeah, this is a complete flip from what we've seen, right? Being on kind of a rough stint now for you're gonna see sheriff buys, bandit buys, right? That is not ideal for them moving on to this, especially being 3-0, and Valpo's completely flipped the tables here.
ISU changing up their strategy, choosing to try and bolster those events on B. Going to be able to get a fair amount of information. Go see a little bit of here.
Clearing out.
Have a bit of the lead, but not going to be able to get the hit off. Jet going to be able to push a little bit on A, going to find the Sova and deal a bit of damage. Surprising, but not going to do much. Sky is going to rotate to A, though, to cover. Valpo's just kind of playing it slow. And taking a bunch of damage to put them in. Trying to change it up and keeping ISU on their toes. I like it.
Flash out.
Taking a really slow approach here. Sight Sova does hit the chart though. It might be a little bit rough, but
That's 2 down for ISU. Alpha in a good spot, 5-3 right here. Sky's still alive though. Gonna be already on, have that sight control, have it on bridge right there.
One enemy remaining.
oh my
Nice
goodness.
split.
Every peak is just going in Valpo's favor right now.
They know where the Sky is, and that's awesome. Alpha able to get a complete kill and keeping all of their teams alive.
Yeah, and entering it with a team ace as well. Hey.
This hopefully will be for ISU's sake, going to be hopefully a full buy for them because they saved heavily in the last round. as you saw with the sheriffs, the bandits, all that. Yeah, we're seeing full vandals, phantoms, all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's time to turn it around for them. But Ghost Voices currently 7-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good for them.
Is he the GOAT?
Maybe.
Pick up through the silver dart here.
Again, Valpo changing up their strategy.
They're just really trying to avoid that B site. I feel like once they still won that round, but even though they pushed that B site, it got really, really rough, and they realized that it's a lot easier to just try and enter away from the Vice, make Vice kind of retake. A really nice blind right there from Motomoto is going to be able to push out. Try to win that fight, not going to be able to get it though, but the quick swing is going to be huge.
That's 2 down for Valpo. Unfortunately, not able to trade it. 4 up for ISU, 2 down for Valpo. 4 to 2 in ISU's favor. Going to get the kill though. Neon peeking a bit too much.
Oh my goodness.
Going to get that call out.
Last player standing.
Didn't get the transfer.
Time to hunt. Scout destroyed.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's rough. You just don't have the spot for that, and that's going to be Valpo's first loss.
But this is a pretty big comeback from Valpo right here. ISU might not have money for completely buying everyone who died that round guns. So Valpo might still be in some sort of beneficial situation. But we do see ISU with 3 ults, same thing with Valpo, 3 ults. So I'm expecting that Vice ult for a retake specifically.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing is, right, like you talked about, obviously when the ults are the same, you have to just look at the econ and those picks last round, even though it was a heartbreaker 2v1. You're just up in so much money right now that even if you win this round again, you're gonna force another safe buy, right? You're gonna force another back foot. Side, they have won this early pick pretty consistently. I don't mean to jinx it though, with Ninja Panda falling pretty low.
Unfortunately, going to be dealt a fair amount of damage right there. Gonna get Elise healed, but we are going to see this guy all pops. They know roughly where they're headed.
You can see Neon right there getting really aggressive. Valpo, nobody picked up the spike.
They've been doing that every round though.
Okay,
I think that's part of their plan.
That's definitely, yeah. If they've been doing that every round, that's not just
We are
a
gonna see
mistake
the
thing. I just
Neon
missed it. Oh, with the swing around the corner, Neon getting the first one, the flash out, not gonna be able to find it. Moto, on the side, does have the breach flash. I like this. Nice. Okay, you do get the swing though, as Uncanator being able to turn back around.
Only egg left alive right here. Unfortunately doesn't get the TP, but that was a 3v1. Still decent picks from Valpo.
Starting to slow down a little bit. ISU has been making a couple of corrections. I feel like the biggest correction that they made was Ghost cleaned up his peaks over mid. They were losing instantly like 2 of their players over mid on a peak because of how slow Valpo was playing it. And now, yeah, you're gonna see Valpo picks up the spike, and I think they're just gonna start rushing sites. They have to just switch it up again, and this is the right decision.
So we do see a switch up from ISU, deciding to put their ISIS util on A, so that's gonna definitely slow down Valpo a bit here. Gonna be seeing this split up. 2 people
My
B,
ultimate is
1
ready.
mid.
Back in a flash.
A.
Pass over. Does miss the timing a little bit with the breach. Does get stunned, but you're immediately gonna peek around it. There's the Vise, gets shut down.
Sorry, a first pick. Know somebody's up there. They do get it. They do find it. That's gonna be 3 to 5 right here. Valpo in the advantage position, but can't lose it. Just gotta keep an eye out. I assume it's only coming from defender spawn. Nobody trying to go for a sneaky flank or anything.
Just gotta be really careful with it. Ninja South side of the steal. You can see they're gonna swing as 2, and now they've evened it to 3 here.
No cards left.
Point.
Unfortunately, Valpo's force breaks that. We are gonna see
One
traded
enemy remaining.
2v1, and Valpo's gonna win it, bringing back the advantage to Valpo's favor.
I was trying to get the spectator on anybody that got a kill there, and it was like I was avoiding every gunfight. I just jumped from every single person that got a kill there instantly. It is some days you feel it, and some days you like catch all the action. Some days you are actively avoiding the action, like unintentionally, of course.
Of course.
Here.
But no, Valpo, nice hold right there, right? Way to get scrappy a little bit. Way to bring it down, not as clean. Like it.
And Valpo does have the ult advantage here. I don't know how close Sky is, but going 5-4, probably gonna look to push right here. Sky going to be sitting in mid, but choosing to stay on A instead. Probably a smart thing. Just gotta try and figure out what the idea is. Vice to keep them going slow. B, just gonna be in Valpo's trying to just keep it slow.
Yeah, they're just waiting on you. So I think they don't want to try and do their breach because they know that, you know, if Astra Star is up, if somebody's playing close, it's a lot harder to deal with. But here comes the Waylay ult, it looks like.
Back in a flash.
Yeah, there's the Waylay ult, and then they use the Waylay tech to dash around the corner. Does get blinded by his own teammate, though. Gonna get popped out, but you are on point. You don't have the recall, though. So you are now just everything that you do is a commit. You're gonna have to push in. Yeah, here comes the Neon run immediately coming to the side, and Ed just shuts it down instantly. Waylay on the other side. Everybody on the team of Valpo is blinded on point here. As you can see, a couple left. All that's left is Breach here on point. It's gonna be a 1v1, 2v1. You don't have spot of Vice
30
yet.
seconds
Vice
left.
is right behind you. You know that they're on site somewhere. There it is. Oh, not able to win
Unfortunate.
it. It's close. It's
Vice
close.
on just like 1 HP too.
Yep,
That
yep.
was a close game.
Literally just one tap, but crazy entry. This is cinema right now. Valpo and ISU are just putting up competitive fights over this A site.
Yeah, this is a huge turnaround from what we saw the last game right there. So.
Yep.
Just gotta keep it strong. Valpo doing this weird spike left behind strategy again, I think.
Yeah, I think they're now going again. They're like, all right, they won a round. Let's just switch the comp again. Let's switch where we're placing it. Which hey, it's definitely a way to do it. I mean, at some point, I think ISU is gonna get privy to it and realize what's going on. But a nice blind right there, and Egg wins it with the classic. Yeah, give me the Vandal.
Give that Vandal.
Really nice blind coming out of what's called our Sky right there, out of Phoenix.
Yep. Valpo going to be taking control of mid, stretching out their resources, and that's going to be 2 down for Valpo right there, putting them back in a disadvantaged position. Ghost Voices does have the ult out. Vice has left B.
Spike down.
That
mid.
is going to take another one down. Going to get the trade, but Valpo is
Last
still
player
currently
standing.
down. Unfortunately, not able to find it. We do have the Jet ult, but they have Spike.
Sucks that, out of this save round, you're not able to pick up anything. Especially after how well it started, right? Being able to take out Ghost on that early round gives you so much space around the mid of the map. But
I mean, Vice fell off the map there. Not a great idea for them. Hopefully that was accidental. But gotta see.
I gotta hope it was, right?
I mean, yeah, you are currently down right now. You do need all the money you can get. So
Yeah.
like,
Don't give them ground.
looks like we're gonna be seeing people push B. I think I understand why they're leaving the site though. I think they're waiting until they can get that full confirmation of like site because they're playing so aggressively. They want to know where Spike is
Yeah.
and not give them that advantage. Going to see this Neon peeking there in B though.
Shadows traveling.
That is gonna be 2 down
B.
for Valpo. ISU does have control of Spike right here.
You're gonna be able to pick up Spike. Yeah, and just grabs it back and immediately plants again. There's a smoke dissipating out, and Astra peeks it. You just don't have the cover. Waylay was running off to spawn there. And now Pizza Pumpkin's just gonna defuse it. I think Valpo didn't really think about this hold here.
You're done.
Here, at least you're gonna be able to pick up a gun. Alright, you're playing for the econ at least. Ninja Panda picks up one, but kind of sold your teammate out there, no lie.
a timeout though.
Call a timeout after that. Yeah.
Fair,
Makes sense.
fair call. Fair call.
Just there seems to be a little bit of a miscommunication, quite frankly. But 5-5.
Yeah.
This is the best round we've seen so far. This is what I mean when I was talking about how, like, despite it all, our Valpo Valorant team puts stuff together, right?
Yeah.
And comes out with a winning season and comes out in the playoffs for the NECC. This is how, right? Is that surprising rounds like this and being able to be consistent and being inconsistent. Which
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it makes sense in my head. That's what I was talking about.
Our Valo team has been able to be very confusing to the enemy. I feel like that's one of their biggest strengths is when they're able to completely confuse them, because you saw them. I believe it was second round where they tried to put all of their strength onto A, and they were just able to walk onto B completely safe.
Yeah, it's stuff like that to where you switch it around a little bit, and at that point the other team is just taking a guess, right? So if you might as well, right? If you don't think you're gonna outmatch them in gun, if you're not gonna outmatch them on long peaks, you might as well make them coin flip for things, right? Because they flip a coin, 50% chance that their life becomes easier, 50% chance their life is much harder, and that's where you can really squeeze out wins from a lot of these teams.
So we do have alt economy is pretty even right here, but we do see this Vice alt still on par. This will still on the ground for ISU. It's a very defensive alt, especially if properly spaced. So Valpo's going to get the site control, but ISU is going to be ready to immediately going to come out with this solo alt. Not able to get any defenses.
I like this cover on the flank. Good cover. A really nice sense right there. It doesn't win out the pick from high ground, but
yep, it is great. That is going to be the Vice alt to rotate.
This is rough. I mean, you're just you eat the train right there. The Vice alt on point is actually going to deny a lot of the primary weapons, and all those stuff is to deny.
Vice alt is just so strong. Completely taking away your primary weapon is very annoying, especially in the later rounds.
Yeah, it's. I think this is definitely one of those where if you're Valpo and you know that Vice isn't picked and you know that Vice ult is up because you do have like an indicator, unlike a lot of games, at that point you just gotta know to scatter off point after plant, right? You know that post plant gets rough.
Trying to keep at least some people further back would be beneficial, but you do have higher risk with that too. Neon could have taken them out, the person who decided to stay back. It really depends with how you play it. Alpha's still rushing A though. Not going to be trying to go for a unique thing, but going to be trying to bait off with these Astra smokes, making them think B currently. But Neon and Sky going for a little bit of a different roundabout. Never mind. I don't know why I said the Astra smokes were a bait.
No, I get it. Astra gonna drop down the star though, straight over middle. It looks like Valpo's trying to time something up. I guess they're just waiting for everybody to rotate around.
My guess is just trying to rotate it so that the spike goes down.
Astra peeks it.
Yeah, Astra peeks, but not able to get off it. Valpo is surrounded though, and they don't really know it yet.
Yeah, ISU has kind of taken their time to collapse. The only person left is Vice, but I mean it makes sense. Vice can one person hold down a point, right? So Vice kind of fills the same like role that Cypher does. With a lot of these, so you're not gonna see them on rotate.
You're not gonna see them on rotate. They do just have a lot of value. You're
30 seconds left.
But going to have the Sky ult. You're gonna force the point. Melee going to get the first pick.
I've got your trail.
Melee going to attempt to ult here, but not going to catch anyone.
Hitting the brakes.
They don't know that. Valpo going to be up 1. Vice is returning. Going to be rounding this corner, but unfortunately that's a head tap. Going to be able to get a kill though. That is going to be is 2-1. But this is their strongest player. We've seen them do a lot of really crazy things.
Gotta peek as one. Just gotta peek as one. I guess that wasn't the answer. You peek as one, he just
But
straight
yeah.
transferred between both. But yeah, just gonna be able to clutch that out. Give them 7-5 as we go into the transfer.
Still a better round for Valpo.
Switching sides.
Overall. They still did very well.
Yeah, no, this is they closed the gap so well for this game. You can't complain.
I'm very interested to see how Valpo plans to handle this on defense. Though. Having no sort of like defensive stuff, my guess is they're just going to try to go for a re-contest and try to win that way.
Yeah, I wonder honestly, because defense definitely was their weakest link last round, in last map especially. So, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, going all in on your strongest point can be beneficial. I believe this Waylay is probably going to be just jumping around, seeing if they can get any information.
Yeah.
Gonna fall back here.
So, a little bit of space. Oh.
Unfortunately, has to use it, but get enough information, but not there.
Ooh, a nice blind right there from Moto. The timing on the blinds have been nasty from Valpo in these pistol rounds, because now it's going to be 2 down and Sky rotating around the corner really aggressively, having to reload here. It is just a scrap over on this site here for B site as Valpo is trying to get anything out here. It looks like ISU wins out a little bit here. It's going to be 3-2. Onto the site, you have Waylay on flank.
Sky able to heal everyone up, but Sky themselves is low. So going to be going for this roundabout. They know where the Waylay is, know where they're peeking.
Last player standing.
Unfortunately, the head tap's just going to get them. Only Sky.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but able to at least take a few down with them, which might be beneficial. It's really dependent, because I cannot remember at all really how those first rounds are supposed to go.
Yeah, I think I think honestly, we'll just have to watch how Valpo wants to play this out, because these kind of scrappy fights are always a little bit weird for them. More so that I don't think they're too much of an indicator of how to play the rest of this round, but we'll see.
Yeah. It is your first pistol round, stuff like that. Mostly just looking at, but Waylay's gonna be trying to defend B all on their own right here. Going to be looking at, but Waylay is going to get that first kill on the Neon trying to rush in, but unfortunately going to be a trade right there. Vice getting low, but Egg going down first.
A little bit of damage off. We're gonna see if Sky wants to go back up and heal.
Spike planted.
Yeah, unfortunately, ISU just got the kill here. He's trying to hold his time.
Last player standing.
Peek around.
It's just rough having those significantly stronger guns like the Polo, Guardian, Spectre, all of those things that Valpo just couldn't afford.
Yeah, you just have to kind of give up that round, because now moving on to the bonus round for ISU, right? Recon is a little bit in the dirt, but now's the time to win it. Egg actually got a full buy. Egg and Goku, which is both getting a full buy, excuse me.
Yep. Very interesting here. Gonna be looking at 2 basically on each site. Jet peeking mid right here. We're seeing a bunch of their teams hitting the glitter. Not able to get the advantage, unfortunately, too, for Valpo going down right there.
Breach on the in-between here. Spot and sees it. Yeah, Vice was not expecting him to jump out from there, and that's instantly going to be 2 picks. So Moto turns it back around, at least evens out a little bit of a Valpo chance here.
Yep, Valpo doesn't have Spike here, so unfortunately going to be in this rough spot. Sova is still going to be peeking on A right here. Might be swinging out. They're at least looking up there. The one thing that ISU doesn't have right now is their smokes, though. Valpo doesn't have it either, but they do have the advantage of it. Gonna fake leave.
Interesting. She's gonna bounce out. Hey, this guy's looking for find the kill, but at least push off Ghost Force is
30
coming back up.
seconds
I like
left.
this call. If you just swing together, I feel like you're fine. Like, I feel like you swing two, you know that one is planting.
Spike planted.
Unfortunately, Breach is not back yet. Gonna be taking this as a significant.
One enemy remaining.
That is gonna be one down, just one.
Now you can stick it. Nice. Good round. Good round. Playing
Yep.
patiently on that top definitely won that round.
Valpo able to get these runs. Just gotta make sure somebody gets.
Anybody?
Okay.
Okay. They're making us wait for it. I get it. I get
Okay.
it.
But
Yeah.
at least Valpo's gonna be able to get some third guns here. I believe this was the bonus round for ISU.
Yes. Yeah.
Third, yeah.
So that was huge for them to win that.
Yeah, very important for Valpo to win that. The ISU is going to be getting full loadouts for everyone, and Valpo's going to be a little bit lagging behind. Gonna see some interesting picks though. I do see the judge from Egg right here.
Yeah. Just going broke. Gotta hold a close corner, Egg.
Yeah.
That's the only recommendation I can give you as they're actually gonna trade out weapons here. Yeah, give Waylay the judge.
Don't miss me too much.
That's a fair pick.
Yeah, might as well. Right, you can just take so much space with Waylay that if
Vice
you need
is
to hold a
gonna
close
know
corner.
where
you
they
can.
are.
Ooh. This is rough if you walk back out corner.
Vice is
Can you get that kill with the judge?
Slow them down.
not really. It's very difficult. But that is going to be a huge pick from Valpo right there. Getting off the killing the Ascendant player. Going to be up a bit, but ISU is going to have sight. Ghost Voice is not able to find that pick though. And they are
Spike planted.
planted on A. So Valpo a little bit separated, going to be in a rough spot.
Yeah, we're gonna see Egg on the flank here. This guy's still holding it, but yeah, Pizza Pumpkin holding this spot.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, Egg. I see why they gave you the Vandal. I get it now. Yeah, but there's the smoke. It's gonna be too on point. Trying to retake this. ISO goes. Actually gonna execute this.
One
Turns
enemy
around
remaining.
instantly. Mid-handed, the only one left. It's gonna be a 1v1. Sitting on the back point here. You have to tap this. Yeah. I mean, Toby has all the advantage here because you have to tap this around the side. There's the shock dart coming out. You have to be able to finish, but not gonna be able to get the kill. That's gonna be a round going over to ISO. ISU, not ISO.
ISO the Val player?
Yeah, literally.
Valo character?
Why don't they play ISO? That's such a missed opportunity. Your name could literally be ISU ISO. That's so tough. That's so cool.
I don't think ISO is in the best place right now. I
Yeah.
haven't really seen ISOs a lot. Like comp or anything. I don't know. I don't keep up with the Valo meta. All I know is yours in a ditch somewhere.
Honestly, nerf Yoru.
Scanning
Let's nerf Yoru again. Let's just put him out.
That's a huge pick for ISU right
I've
there.
got your trail.
Going to see the Sky ult, going to be pushing mid, and see the Valpo is mostly on A. Probably gonna use that.
Yeah, I mean, Neon walks around. Have the spot, right? Just slide right through the smokes. Ghost Voice is trying to hold down the E. You have to be careful they don't just like just both Moto and Ghost Voices are gonna walk out to the side. I feel like
Player standing.
yeah,
Flawless.
just walked a little bit in the wrong spot. It's gonna be a flawless round for ISU and moving to 11-6, 2 more rounds
I'm over
to
them.
their victory.
Yep, but Valpo is still doing significantly better than they were doing this last round. Putting them in a lot better spot. But I have no clue how the econ is doing. So.
Yeah, I mean, it feels a little bit rough, but I feel like it has been worse. We've come back from worse.
We sure have. I've seen Valo games go. I mean, isn't it called the 3 and 9 course for nothing?
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking about. But ISU Ghost picked up the first kill here. Valpo's still getting kind of pushed out of their spot.
You want to fight it?
Try to enter out on B. Ball is going to drop as well.
Still in sight.
Good, straight through B. All that's left is Egg and Ghost Voice is on point. Dash there. They did disengage properly, so you are at least playing in a good spot.
But this Vice is going to be going for the point. Unfortunately, Egg is going to be around because of it. Vice taking a lot of damage, but might not be enough here. You are seeing a 5-3, and they're just gonna be
Block in sight.
surrounded roughly.
Nice. Good
He's
shot.
able to get that kill off. Going to be able to find the Vice. Sky is low, but Astra and Sova are full. Valpo needs to peek this right. Both are taking long.
Nowhere to run.
Sova ult
Last
and
player
Ghost Voice is
standing.
losing the fight. Piece of pumpkin with the double kill there off the back of the Sova ult, and that's gonna move us to match point here for
Match
ISU
point.
versus
Their
Valpo.
winter has come.
Obviously,
Hurry up.
ISU already up by 1 map, so this is actually game point.
Yes, game point right here. But Valpo does have a bunch of ults to use. Going to be buying whatever they can here. They don't really got a choice or reason to save anything. So it's really hard to actually budget buy while also being at match point.
Yeah. Also, I just realized it's game, set, match. So this is match point. Game would be
Yeah.
the map. Set is not applicable here. Yeah, this is match.
ISU's going to be force pushing A right here. Whaley going to find out a bunch of information about their location.
You're gonna see they're just gonna send this now off the back of Neon. Neon winning out the first shot here. Moto looking to try and slow him down a little bit, just holding this breach. There it is, you hear it. Now's the time to send it. Nice. Does get the knock up, gonna be able to clear him out a little bit. Just walking straight through the Astra Star. Just screw the corners, I guess. But going to get picked off there now walking back.
Spike planted.
Turn up Toby, I never said this. I love your name. I'm sorry, man. It's so baller.
Last
Ghost
player
Voices with the
standing.
knives out. It's gonna be a 1v3 to try and keep this series alive. There's the shock dart over the wall as well. ISU goes just sliding straight in. 4K to finish it out there. And ISU going up 2-0 in this Valorant series against Valpo. Valpo losing out in their last MVC game, but it is not all, it is not all bad. It is not all just thunder clouds and rainstorms, because Valpo is not only going to NECC playoffs, but also is going in person to play at the MVC LAN. So
Yeah.
definitely 2 more redemption times for this Valpo team. And also, I mean, we have stream tomorrow as well. So although that was the final MVC game, you still have a couple of streams coming up here at Valpo. So just be excited. Thank you guys for all the support. Any final words for the series?
Tune in on Saturday for the a large amount of games this Saturday
Yes.
against St. Xavier and Albion, I think.
Yes, yeah.
So huge Gluck day for both of those schools coming to Valpo in person. Might even have some special guests from their team show up too.
Yes. And when George gets back in the booth, he can give you guys a little bit more details, most likely tomorrow, about that. But we will be cycling a bunch of rosters. We'll have a huge schedule that we can show you all. We're gonna try and bring in some other casters as well from the other colleges, just to come in and cast with us, just to have a little bit of fun, show a little bit of camaraderie while we all compete for our different teams. So that is going to be it from us here in the booth today. Thank you guys for all the likes, comments, support, and follows. Thank you guys for everything, just being present in the game. And we will catch you guys at the start of our next game.